You know, I am a Kenyan and I love my country so well, but I have always just read about Turkana in the textbook or seen the starvation and the malnutrition kid on television until I first came here in 2019 for a mission trip. I was invited by one of my friends from BBC World News, and so I came for just a normal mission trip, and what I seen impacted my life forever. People are suffering here. I've seen the greatest need I have ever seen, ever, ever. The greatest need I've ever seen. When I seen the suffering here, when I seen the children suffering, when I seen the community suffering, I could not just sit back and not do something, because I know God has enabled me to be able to do something if I can. And that is what we are currently doing in Lombolo Primary School. We have been engaged in Lombolo Primary School ever since I've seen that community in 2019. We have been supporting them in the school feeding program. This is a school where when there is no food in school, students don't come to school. Like legitimately, they come to school to learn, but then they depend on that one meal a day that we help supplement to provide for them. And when the season when we can't afford to feed them, the majority of them don't come to school. And so it is very heartbreaking that the condition of what's going on in this community. This is a school even where they have about 540 students, and there's only two teachers in the school, besides the head teacher and the deputy head teacher. So you can see how they are in the far remote area in Turkana, a little bit forgotten, but as Maisha, we are committed to one day at a time improve their livelihood, improve the training of sustainability in their world, improve the feeding program so kids can stay in school and learn, because these kids are not even learning well. The majority of them don't even know the simple Swahili. Swahili is a national language in Kenya, and some of them still don't even know that, and they're in class, meaning they are undercared for. One of the ladies, this really touched my heart in a different way. They were just like celebrating God and saying they thank me for coming here and bringing water, bringing food, building them kitchen, to see how the women are celebrating. They're celebrating. They're celebrating because somebody thought about them and brought food. And what broke my heart the most is when we were doing feeding program, I was personally there helping feed these kids in school. And a child take food in the plate and walk and go sit down with their mama and share that plate of food, because the mama also just came waiting to see if the kid will be fed. But yet the student is walking to go eat with their mama. But what tore me apart was after we finished feeding them, and literally we just put a pot down because it was already, everybody ate. We put a pot down, empty pot of rice. We had cooked manapak. And I seen an army of kids ravished into that pot, trying to lick it, trying to fight over the empty pot. When I looked back, the pot was as clean as it was washed. That is meaning that even the one meal we are giving them is still so little. They are suffering. And we can do much more greater than what we are doing right now.